Hello, welcome to Atrocious Gameplay. Take a seat, class is in session for EXP-University. If you're new here, welcome on in. If you've been here before, welcome on back. It's good to see you again. We are taking a look at a different deck today. Well, kind of different, but kind of not. I haven't really decided personally, but it is what I'm calling it, Cinderace. Now, this is a FireBox style deck that runs Cinderace VMax as the main attacker. I feel like your ideal starter, Volcanion, Jirachi, you're not your ideal starters, Dedenne, Eldegoss. But anyways, this is a welder based deck running only 12 energies though, as you see down there. 12 energies, very different than the 18 usually run in other like Ability-Zard or FireBox lists that we've seen in the past. This one's very, very interesting. I'm kind of excited to see it. Cinderace VMax, if you don't know that this is a 3-2 line. Counter 30 plus for just a fire and a colorless, which is going to be a fire for us. But anyways, if this Pokemon was damaged by an attack during your opponent's last turn, this attack does that much more damage. So 30 plus whatever your opponent did, which is a very I don't even know where I was going with that, but this is a very good move. Counter's a really cool move that you could see in different decks that could maybe whack you for a little bit of damage, maybe some chip damage, but it does, you know, let's say a Cramorant does 170 to you. Well, you evolve and you can counter for 200 to take a knockout on that Cramorant. So very cool Pokemon. Also, Max Pyro Ball, pretty cool move, does 190 after looking at the burn. So that's very good. It takes out good mirror match stuff in the Heatran. Also a couple others that have like 170, 180. Takes out your Eldegoss for sure because of weakness. And then also maybe a Dedenne that you see on the field. So pretty good, especially when you have some gusting effects like Nine Temptations, Ninetales. But you have to be a little bit careful with discarding your energy. Like I said, you are running 12 energy, but you do have a couple fire crystals, only 2, so you can only recover 6 energies total, especially when Pokemon start to faint. So you got to be really careful. I've noticed in the couple games that I've played with this already. You do have Double V as your finisher though. So Double V, if you do not know, has a 3 colorless attack of 120 plus, 30 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. So that's very, very nice late game. You can do 3 energies on it, and then you can take out, maybe you can gust up a Dedenne, maybe you can knock out a chipped Arceus Palkia or a Dragapult. Because it's going to be very hard to one-hit KO a Dragapult. Even with Heartburn GX, it's going to be very, very tough. Especially if you can knock out the first one with Heartburn GX. You can't use a GX move twice with Fire Pokemon. So you're going to have to try to do a little bit of chip damage every time with something like Cinderace VMax. So really, really cool deck. I'm really excited to check it out. If you like what we're doing here in the EXP-University series, remember I'm doing a video every single weekday this week, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, whatever. You guys have been super supportive over the first 2 videos. Super, super happy with what you guys have been doing, shouting those out, watching those, liking, whatever, giving some nice comments. So let's just jump into our first game. Let's go into it. And here we go. First game going into this. This is actually interesting because this deck ideally wants to go second in whatever matchup it goes into because it has a welder based deck. It has a Volcanion in it to accelerate energies. So we're going second right here. It looks like a Malamar. It could be a Mewtwo Malamar. Could be a Spell Tag Malamar, could be a Dragapult Malamar. We'll just have to wait and see. I didn't really look at the mulligan as I should have, but we'll just see how it goes. So Esper, very prone to sniping. It's a very snipey Pokemon. Pew pew. But going in, they're going to get 2 Inkays down, which is pretty good for them. They are running the Horror Energy. I'm not 100% sure still what this deck is. But we have a lot of energies in our hand. If only we can get a basic Pokemon. We're going to draw a couple more of those energies right here. And then we are going to Stellar Wish, looking for that Quick Ball right there. So I'm thinking about what I want to Quick Ball on. We're going to get rid of another fire energy. We have fire crystals in the deck. We definitely want something that we can welder onto. I'm thinking maybe the Cinderace is a good idea. Not 100% sure. I think maybe Cinderace could be a good option. Again, we only need one energy for Volcanion, and we definitely have that in here. So maybe... And it looks like we do get a Ninetales down, which is pretty nice. We do get a Big Charm as well. No way to switch, though. That's a little unfortunate, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And we're just going to have to pass over to our opponent. So we'll see. I assume that one of their two cards that they have in their hand is a supporter because they went down to one card. And they opted to throw away that energy. There's the Cynthia. I knew it. Knew it. You always assume... In my opinion, you always assume that your opponent has everything that they need. And they're putting down 3 Inkays. I guess because they know now it's Firebox. So they're like, oh, they're going to gust up my Malamars. I need to set up multiple Inkays in the beginning turns, which is pretty interesting. And I think it's probably a good idea. They're going to go ahead and Catterday, draw a little bit. We are fine. We don't need a Welder this turn per se, but we have a Pokemon here. And I'm wondering if we should go get Dedenne. I think maybe I should Stellar Wish first. Okay, we are going to see a Heat Factory. We are going to see a Quick Ball as well. I think I'm going to go get some Pokemon off of this Quick Ball right here. So we're going to go do you. We're going to go grab... Let's grab maybe Volcanion. Let's grab maybe Volcanion here. Volcanion seems like a good thing to use against something like a Spell Tags Malamar, especially if we can get the energy on it in the beginning. We're just going to attach one here. I'm going to try to Dedenne. So then possibly I can Welder and then maybe switch into for a high Heat Blast to take a knockout. I think that would probably be a good call. Gonna go here. We do get this and we do get the Welder, which is really, really nice. And we can throw away this Pokegear to grab our last 2 energies. Oof. But we're just gonna Welder one onto here. And we have another Cinderace right here. I don't know exactly... Probably just going to go into here and go into High Heat Blast. We'll see where they put the energy. I don't think we're going to need Heatran, at least at this point. But this is what I was talking about earlier. It's very easy to get out of energies in this deck. Because of you're not running 18 like the normal Fireboxes do. You're running 12. So it's 6 energies. You know, we're just about... I think we're out of energies now in the deck. Usually we would see 6 more. So this is going to be very, very interesting how this plays out. We'll definitely switch into Jirachi at the end of this turn. But here's a Cramorant looking to go sniping. They could snipe onto this Cinderace, actually, and take a knockout. So that Spell Tag going to be putting in work. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I have Big Charm on. So that is not going to be the case. But now comes the question. I need something like a Heatran now. So then I can use the Hot Burn GX to be able to knock this out. Or a Cinderace VMax. Actually, no. Cinderace VMax doesn't do enough. And GG's, they're going to scoop. At that time, looks like they couldn't get enough Malamars in play. And that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes when your deck bricks like that. We've certainly had that. Alright, so now we're playing in this game. I saw Steel and Normal, so this could be like a Zacian build? Possibly. We will not like to go first, actually, with this deck. We want to be able to Welder turn 1. We have to mulligan right here, so they're just going to know what we're playing. Although I think it's pretty obvious with the deck box and stuff that I have. I usually try to make the deck box a little unique so then I know what I'm playing. So here we go. We're starting off Jirachi. Not a bad starter. Just no way to get fire energies right now. No way to utilize that Welder. And it's going to be a Lucario Melmetal. So this could be like a metal box. So this will be very, very interesting because we do have weakness on this. We're going to be able to move around, maybe not be able to do everything. This list doesn't play a tool scrapper though, so I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go. But if we were to get Heatran powered up with 2 or 3 energies on it at the very, very beginning, that would actually be insane in my opinion. I think we're going to go... I think we're going to get rid of Reset Stamp here. I think we're going to get Reset. I probably should have done the... Ooh, Heatran is prized. Okay, so that means we would have to use Cinderace here. But I think I need to go for Dedenne. I think I need to go for Dedenne in order to Dedenne change. And then try to get the other Pokemon off of, like, this Great Ball. Okay, we're getting our Cinderace. This is good. This is good. Before you even Stellar Wish, which is nice. I think we put this out there just in case we need a Heat Factory. And then ideally we want to use Welder. Well, let's see. We're not playing Fiery Flint in this list. I'm trying to think about, like, what is going to get us energies. We won't be able to get it with Giant Hearth. So I think maybe we just go ahead and Dedenne change. We try to bank on maybe getting an Eldegoss of some sort. We do get this Vulpix. Let's see. We get the Stellar Wish going. We do have Pokegear. Maybe we can power up the Cinderace. We need a little bit more than just 1 energy, though, to be able to get that knockout here. I think maybe we go into this Pokegear. Not seeing a single thing. That's an ouchie wawa. I'm going to do this. We do get 1 energy, which is really, really nice. We're going to attach it to this Cinderace right here. We've already discounted 1 or taken out 1 Ninetales. I am not comfortable getting rid of another one, especially because we have a Vulpix on the bench. I think I'm just going to have to stay here. I think I'm just going to have to stay here and Dedenne change next turn. Super not good. Super not good. But you know what? With this metal deck, maybe we can still capitalize on the weakness that they have. They do have Zacian in play that we could gust up and KO. Here's the metal frying pans. So that is very, very interesting. Again, we don't have something like Tool Scrapper in this. I wish there was Tool Scrapper instead of so many reset stamps, but they're going to bring up this Cinderace. They're going to use Full Metal Wall. They're going to negate all the energy, all the 1 energy that we just put on this Pokemon. But hopefully it works out in our favor. We still get a little bit of time. We have Fire Crystal here. But Fire Crystal's not going to work if you do not have Welder. We'll at least be able to grab... Still going to switch into you. Go right there. Attach to your skateboard, because eventually we'll switch. I don't know if it's going to be right now, but we will. We're going to grab these 2 again. I am going to Heat Factory 1. There's a Welder, which is really, really nice. We do have this Cinderace VMax here, which is cool. So then they can't one-shot it with Zacian. But again, we come to this crossroads of, like, I don't want to just Welder for 1. Ooh, nice. We do grab the Giant Hearth, which is exactly what we need. We can get rid of this Vulpix. We can Welder all 3 of the energies onto it. Super, super nice. Oops, I almost got rid of that energy. That would have been very bad. And I don't even know if I wanted to Dedenne this turn, to be honest now. But we're going to Welder right here. 1, 2. Boom, boom. Wow, we get a ton of energies. I think we're going to gust up this Zacian right here, because this is the main attacker. We can whack into this Lucario Melmetal all we want. But I think we capitalize on the weakness that we're seeing right now. So let's go in. 9 Temptations. Discard these 2 energies. Bring that guy up. Retreat into you. And then go ahead and take this Max Pyro Ball for the knockout. Heatran right here is actually really, really nice. We also see our other Fire Crystal. So this could be really, really interesting if we find another Welder and the ability to switch. But it doesn't matter because we have Marnie. So at least the Heatran and the Fire Crystal is out of the prizes, right? And back into our deck. We have multiple ways to shuffle the deck. So I'm not 100% worried, especially because we have this switch now. But let's see if we can somehow get what we need off of this. And it looks like they're just going to stick with this Lucario Melmetal right here. We do have the Heatran. This is very interesting. So I think we go get that Heatran right now. We go get this guy. Yeah, I think we just go get this guy. We're going to have to Hot Burn GX. We're going to need a lot of energies, though, on this Pokemon. So we're going to switch into Jirachi here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would do 300. The Full Metal Wall, we need 7 energies. We need 7 energies. I don't actually think that we can get 7 energies. So it's probably good to have Heatran right now. And then we can whack into it. And then when they hit with a heavy impact, we can switch into this Heatran right here. But it's unrealistic to think that we can get the knockout here with this Heatran. So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to grab some more and then use Stellar Wish. We're going to find Welder. So Welder is actually really, really nice. I don't think Big Charm is super needed. I think Welder is better to just draw cards because if you look at our hand, we kind of need some sort of draw support here. So let's go into you. Let's attach these two. We do get a Research, which is really, really nice. We could use the escape board for the Cinderace, which is really cool. We're going to attach this right here. And I think I'll go in and whack with the Cinderace once again. Yeah, I think I'll do this. Get that burn damage going, which will make it a little bit easier to take knockouts. So here we go. I'm assuming that this list plays Mallow and Lana. So maybe we'll see it. But we'll see how this goes. Here's Boss's orders. Probably going to bring up... I don't know what they're going to bring up. The Ninetales, okay. They will be able to get the knockout on Ninetales, but this is just going to be a GG's, I believe. All we have to do is Stellar Wish, retreat into the Heatran. And it's a GG's from there because we can just hit for a lot of damage. So here we go. They scooped anyways. That's going to be what is with that game. And these games are kind of quick because Cinderace, especially Welder decks, are super fast to be able to power up. So let's go into another game. Let's try to finish out on a really good note on this video. And here we go. Please remind, I need to pick second. I would not like to go first. For those of you that don't know, I inherently just click go first. I don't know why. Probably because for a while I was playing decks that only wanted to go first. So I'm still getting used to it. It's still a little something that you can do with your play. And this is going to be Toxtricity VMax. We featured this deck in the first episode of the EXP-University series. Played by Emery Taylor. Really, really cool deck. I don't know if this is his variant or if this is something different. But we'll see how this plays out. I'm not 100% sure actually how this matchup goes. We do have gusting effects, which will be really, really good for us, especially if we can knock out the Trubbish. So that's really cool. Also doing a little bit of chick damage on the Pokemon will be really nice. Let's see. I think probably first I can get rid of this to go here, and then Pokegear for a Welder. Ooh, only Professor's Research. Ooh, that's a lot of energy thrown away. That is a lot of energy thrown away, but you know what? I think we need some more Pokemon here. Let's just go right into it because you never know with Electric Riot what they can do to you. So there's another Cinderace V. I think maybe we go into this Great Ball here so we can get... We do get a Dedenne, which is really, really nice. I think maybe we go for Dedenne. Then we can go for a Jirachi as well. Yeah, I think we can go for Jirachi as well because this has a free retreater. Or this Cinderace is a free retreater, so I think we go here. I think we just go right into there, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this right there so then I can Dedenne change. A lot of energy going in the discard, though. Super uncomfortable with that, but we have Fire Crystal right here. All's well that ends well. So let me think what I want to do. I don't really want a Dedenne next turn, to be honest. I'd rather find something like a Great Ball. But we can't Welder this turn, so might as well not reveal this guy right here. I think I'm going to Stellar Wish, find something. Probably a switch card is best to switch out, maybe like a Dedenne, or if we're not ready for the Cinderace VMax. Let's actually throw away one of the switches because we already have one in hand, and we can grab this. Vulpix right here. Possibly. There is another Ninetales in the deck, which is really good. Don't really need Eldegoss or Heatran as of right now. Heatran's going to be needed, but I think we can power up a Cinderace V first. So let's just go Vulpix, put that little one down, and then we'll just pass. And see if they're going to go for the knockout here. If they have Thunder Mountain, it'll be a knockout. If they have maybe a double retreat, Tapu Koko Prism, that'll be a knockout. They're getting the Electro Powers. They're going to be able to knock out this Jirachi pretty easily. But they can use Boss's Order as well. You see that they are featuring one in the deck. So I guess we'll just have to see how this goes. But this Toxtricity VMax, much better at taking one-hit knockouts than Cinderace VMax, in my personal opinion, because they have access to something like Electro Powers. Electro Powers very strong for electric decks, puts 30 extra damage on your electric Pokemon's attacks for that turn. And could be a very, very interesting thing that we see come up. They're definitely going to Dance of the Ancients. They only have one energy in, so that's fine. They'll just put it on this Toxtricity VMax. But I'm not sure. Maybe they whiffed the turn 1 KO, which would actually be really clutch. Please. Fingers crossed. One can only hope. And if they do poison us with a Garbodor, that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. There's the switch right there. They're doing 50 plus 60 on the Jirachi, so we're definitely not leaving Jirachi in the active. There's Poison Jab, doing 50. There's 60. Little Jirachi survives. Little Rachi, go. And look at that. We have this Cinderace right here. Doesn't take a knockout, though. That's the curious thing about all of this. So we're going to evolve into Cinderace V. We're going to use the Fire Crystal because we need to get these energies out of our pocket right here. I think I'm going to Welder first. I don't really want to put more energies in the discard, and I know they're going to use Thunder Mountain. So I want the access to the Giant Hearth. And I do want to be able to switch later for when they poison with Garbodor next turn. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and Welder right here. So there we go. Cinderace is all powered up. We do have the other Fire Crystal and then the Research and the Crystal in our hand. So I'm not enjoying this at all. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to commit to not using either of those right now. I just feel like we have too many good resources in our hand. And then we'll go ahead and Jirachi. It's going to get a Quick Ball. Quick Ball is actually really, really nice because that'll get us the Heatran that I mentioned earlier to be able to take a one-hit KO on this Toxtricity VMax. So let's go into that. I think I'm going to go in, get rid of Dedenne here, and then go in with this big guy. This big guy right here. So we're going to slap him down. We are going to attach right there. We can't take a knockout because we only have 4 energies in play. So I think it's best if we just go into a Cinderace VMax because we got the big chonker here. And then we go in and we whack with a Max Pyro Ball because counter, not going to be an attack that's really super effective. But now they either have to evolve or switch this Toxtricity, or it's going to be knocked out because the burn stuck. It's going to do 20 damage at the end of the turn. They are drawing some cards, so maybe they're going to see a supporter here to be able to switch. There's a switch card right there, but that's all right. I think we're in an okay position as of right now. Going to use Poisonous Puddle. They're going to do 240 damage. It's going to be a lot of damage. I could see a Dedenne coming out of here, actually. Another Dedenne. Yes, they're going to be looking for those Electro Powers. They're going to have to dig, dig, dig. Because they're doing 240 base damage as of right now. 250 with that. Here's one Electro Power. That's 280. They need 2 more. They need 2 more. There we go. Okay, doesn't exactly get it. But there's 280 right there. We're going to be able to switch into this guy right here. And then ideally, we're going to want to see a welder, to be honest. We are going to definitely want to see a welder. So I think what I'm going to do... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of a reset stamp. We have more in there. We're going to thin the last 2 fire energies of our deck. And we're going to pray off the Stellar Wish. Please find me a welder. Please, please find me a welder. And look at that. There's a welder right there. We're going to be able to take a knockout on this big guy right here. Ooh, it's going to feel so good. So here we go, welder. We're going to go here. Boom, boom. There's 1, 2, 3. We're going to attach this right there. We're going to need 7 energies to do 350 damage. And you may think, Jake, wow, that is super risky. But we don't have that many cards left in our deck as well. We don't have that many cards left in our deck, so I'm fairly confident that we're going to hit another welder or the ability to get an Eldegoss, because we're down 2 welders and we're taking 3 prizes right here. We've already got this Chip Toxtricity VMax. I'm super, super hyped. This game is going super well. There's a Great Ball. That's going to get us an Eldegoss if we need it. This is looking good. This is looking good, everybody. This is looking good. Unfortunately, though, all of our energy is on this guy. So if this guy goes down, woof. But they do need Thunder Mountain. They are going to get the Eldegoss for, I would assume, the Professor's Research. So then they can dig, find the Thunder Mountain. So then they're able to attack. Because they've already used Tapu Koko V. So here we go. Professor's Research. They have to commit to this guy, though. So if we get the Eldegoss off this Great Ball, there is that. I'm going to bump it for Giant Hearth. Just because. So here it comes. Here comes the G-Max Riot. We need a welder. We need a welder. I'm fairly confident that we are going to be able to get the welder, but you never know with Pokemon, it seems like sometimes. So we're going to do our best to dig as far down as we can. We're going to put this Jirachi down because we'll switch into that, and it gives us another opportunity to use Stellar Wish. I think I'll use this Great Ball because I know we got... Ooh, there's no Eldegoss in here. That would have been very good to know. I should have checked my prizes. Something to learn, chat. Always check your prizes. Fortunately, we were never punished in that instance. But we're going to Stellar Wish. We're going to look at 5 cards. We're going to grab this reset stamp. And here we go. We should... Well, I think I'm just going to Pokegear. And there we go. There is the welder. I'm sweating bullets, chat. But here we go. Here's this. 2 energies right there. We are also going to Fire Crystal. Grab an energy. Attach it to this guy right here. Switch over. And that is going to be a GG's for this deck. This deck is super strong. I like this deck. It sees a lot of good stuff. Has a lot of different options. I ended up using Cinderace way earlier than I expected. I said at the beginning of the video, I'll admit this, I said at the beginning of the video that Cinderace is a mid to late game attacker, but I think every single match I used it at the very beginning. So the things that you learn with playing with this deck, remember to go second. Remember that you only have 12 energies, but with the Fire Crystals, you can get 12 plus 6, 18 energies, just like the original Firebox, but it's a little bit tougher. I think it's a pretty cool deck, though. Definitely think it should be on your radar to try because it is strong. I believe this did day 2 Limitless. I believe one person played this in day 2 Limitless. So that's all that we have for you today. Make sure to check us out later today. Another EXP-University episode is coming out. We've got a cool deck to feature. A lot of great decks. 10 total this week. 2 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 each day. Thank you so much for watching. This is Atrocious Gameplay. Remember, we're not very good at video games, but we have a fun time doing it. And you know what? We're learning. We're learning a lot. I hope you learned something here too. check us out on Twitter, twitch.tv/atrocious gameplay. I stream in the mornings. I make these videos in the afternoon. So if you like the content, cool sauce. I'm running a high on that deck. That is so much like Euphoria. What is that? Euphoria? No, that's the Mac Miller song. Euphoria.